It was a phenomenon on a smaller level than, say, something like Michael Jackson Thriller, you know? It wasn't like that, but it was special.
That was the war cry. That was like, we're gonna burn our idols and we're gonna create something completely different, and you're gonna have to deal with it. So, cue.
You had to hear more of it. It was like a drug. It was like caffeine. It was like, God, I have to do more. I have to get more of it.
It was loud. It was heavy. It was amazing.
Bang your hands if the movement dead. Ten is all that she needs. Murder in the front row. Mountains to bang and there's blood upon the stage. Bang your head against the stage and metal takes its place. Blood in my blood.
A lot of the bands back in the day, you know, they were doing stuff that was absolutely brand new, and it was
they paved the way. No one would have thought about doing that stuff. They're geniuses, you know, for creating what they created, and you know, totally paved the way for bands like us.
That was the fastest shit going on at that time.
Nobody had heard anything like that. It was the heaviest, fastest, craziest music you could hear.
I'm not crazy, here's the design. You're the one who's crazy, here's the design. You're trying to be crazy, here's the design.
We were kids wanting to sing about the heaviest things we can. So it was murder, Satan, rape, you know, violent death.
You want to write about the bad things in the world, and the thrash metal music gives us a chance to scream it out.
It was tough getting your record played on the radio. It was tough getting it on the shelves of stores. Mainstream America was just afraid of it.
So there were like a few fights, like every now and then, there were a lot of fights.
It was just skins versus long hairs, man. I was just on the back riding the fence, you know. I had a mullet, so, you know, I was in between.
There was so much testosterone going on.
It was very easy to just get raiding parties and going like killing posers and stuff, you know, not literally usually, but we'd pound on a few, you know, because they would take our girlfriends.
I want to see a fucking mosh pit, New York style, right now. Come on!
We've played shows in clubs where kids did stage dives and landed on their skulls and busted their skulls open. And an ambulance came and they took them off in a stretcher, but you know what? The show never stopped, and I didn't even know about it until after the show.
Everybody had a good time, even if they were bleeding. And I had a good time if they were bleeding.
It was a really exciting time, you know, because the energy produced some really amazing music.
It's kind of like, I honestly don't need to even go back and listen to a lot of those records because it's imprinted on my DNA at this point.
It's evolved to black metal, it's evolved to death metal, it's evolved to speed metal. Look how many of those bands exist now. And without thrash metal, I don't think there would be any of those bands.
How can you not be affected by that whole scene that was so powerful? And I think a lot of the young bands today are very influenced by it.
To a lot of other people, it's just a show. But for us, man, it was basically bowing at the altar. It was just like, it was so huge, man.